Welcome to the Spec Designs podcast. Today we're unpacking a topic that's, well, absolutely critical for any service business looking for that long-term success. Customer loyalty. It's really not just about landing new clients, is it? It's about creating an environment, an ecosystem where your existing ones keep coming back. Enthusiastically, we're drawing some fantastic insights today from our recent blog post. It's titled How to Keep Clients Coming Back with a Simple Loyalty Strategy. And this blog, it really lays out a clear roadmap. It shows us how to transform those, one-time buyers into genuinely devoted supporters. So if you ever found yourself wondering how to build that lasting stability, maybe generate more consistent income for your business, you are definitely in the right place. Let's explore what really truly makes clients choose you again and again. Often businesses pour just a huge amount of energy and resources too into customer acquisition, always chasing those new leads. It's like the shiny new object syndrome, isn't it? But this blog, it makes a really compelling case for, well, a strategic shift in focus.
What's the core argument it presents for prioritizing loyalty over just endlessly seeking new business?
Yeah, that's a great point. What becomes really clear from this analysis from the blog is that while new customers are, undeniably crucial, especially for initial growth, it's actually customer retention that lays the foundation for lasting stability. And frankly, a far more predictable, easier to maintain income stream. The blog emphasizes that truly understanding the business case for loyalty can transform those occasional buyers into devoted advocates. And that leads to consistent work and, honestly, some of the most effective organic word-of-mouth marketing you can possibly get. It's about more than just transactions, It's really about compounding value over time.
Okay, let's unpack that a bit then. So it's not merely about getting repeat bookings. It's also about building a kind of self-sustaining engine for growth. Is that a fair way to put it?
Exactly. That's a perfect way to put it. The core insight here is that fostering those long-term relationships, through consistent, high-quality service and, crucially, genuine appreciation, it doesn't just keep clients coming back. It fundamentally changes the trajectory of your business. Returning customers don't just drive repeat bookings. They become these enthusiastic spokespeople, enhancing your reputation, and in turn, they actually attract new clients who are already kind of primed to trust you because of that recommendation. The strategy the blog lays out is actually, deceptively straightforward. Treat every client like a valued partner, not just a line item on an invoice. Show appreciation, always honor your commitments, and genuinely invest in that relationship. That's the real differentiator.
That's a powerful distinction to make. Now, the blog then moves into understanding today's service client. And the modern customer, they're quite different, aren't they? Even from just a decade ago. How has this landscape changed, and what are the sort of elevated expectations they bring to service businesses now?
Oh, this is such a critical area. Because if you don't truly understand your audience, all your loyalty efforts are just going to fall flat, right? The blog really highlights that today's customers are not just more informed, which they are, but they're hyper-connected, and they expect almost instant gratification. They've grown accustomed to fast, incredibly helpful service, and quick, efficient solutions from, every interaction, whether that's just booking an appointment or maybe resolving an issue. If their needs aren't met with speed and competence, they really won't hesitate to move on to the next available option. The cost of switching, in their minds, is often lower than the cost of, waiting or dealing with hassle.
Yeah. And here's where it gets really interesting for me, because it's not just about speed and efficiency, is it? The blog suggests they're also seeking something deeper. A connection, maybe something more intangible. Like they want solutions that genuinely fit seamlessly into their lives, perhaps even aligned with their personal values. Is that right? They're looking for trust, personal attention, authenticity, not just a quick transaction.
You've absolutely hit on a crucial nuance there. That's exactly right. And to achieve this is key. The blog emphasizes that true personalization isn't a luxury anymore. It's really a fundamental expectation. Those generic bulk emails or, one-size-fits-all messages, they just don't cut through the noise. The savvy client sees right through them these days. It's tailored communication that works. Think like a follow-up email that actually references a specific survey received, or a special offer based on their past preferences, or even just a personalized thank you note. That kind of thing demonstrates that you truly see and appreciate them as an individual person. And that's what builds the genuine trust and connection you were just talking about. It shifts the dynamic, from just vendor-client to something more like a collaborative partnership.
Okay, so how does a business actually go about building this kind of loyalty then? The blog identifies outstanding customer experience as the absolute foundation. What does that look like in practice, maybe beyond just being, nice?
Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture, A really robust loyalty strategy is built brick by brick. It starts with how a business engages with customers at every single touch point. Every single interaction, no matter how seemingly small, from their very first glance at your website to that final follow-up call or email, it all shapes their overall experience. This means making sure your website is completely hassle-free and intuitive. It means providing prompt and clear replies to inquiries, making booking appointments incredibly fast and simple, offering transparent follow-up after the service is done. The blog points out that even a seemingly minor friction point can become a reason for a customer to start looking elsewhere.
So what does this all mean for, say, the business owner listening right now? It sounds like those often overlooked small details can really make or break a relationship. Like a single misstep could send a client running.
Absolutely, 100%. The blog makes it unequivocally clear. By making that entire experience easy, friendly, and honest, you proactively eliminate doubts and you build confidence. Think of it like removing every potential little obstacle in the customer's path. Happy customers don't just remember positive treatment. They actually become eager to share those experiences, both through genuine word of mouth, which is gold, and through valuable online reviews. And this directly influences your online reputation, crucial in today's market, and it organically fosters brand loyalty. Things like well-designed interfaces, easy navigation, timely, proactive support. They aren't just good practices anymore. They are really powerful tools for customer differentiation in what's often a very competitive landscape.
Okay, moving into more practical strategies now. The blog lists several digital marketing tools for client loyalty. Let's try and break these down a bit, starting with what many consider a classic, email marketing. How can businesses really leverage it effectively to build genuine loyalty, especially when, let's be honest, so many emails just feel like spam?
Right, the spam factor is real, but email, done well, remains one of the most trusted and direct ways to maintain engagement, precisely because it allows for that personalization at scale. The blog recommends getting quite sophisticated with customer segmentation, maybe segmenting by the specific service they booked, or their geographic location, or even based on positive feedback they've given in the past. This lets you tailor messages so they feel uniquely relevant, not generic. So instead of just blasting out generic newsletters, businesses should think about sending personalized updates. Things like exclusive early bird booking windows just for them, or special rates for past clients. Maybe celebrate milestones with birthday greetings or genuine thank you notes. You can even use triggered marketing emails for targeted win-back campaigns to re-engage customers who've gone quiet. The absolute key is making every email feel more like a helpful conversation, not just a broadcast announcement.
That makes sense. And what about social media? The blog argues it builds community and social proof. How does a service business go beyond just posting updates to actually foster loyalty on these platforms?
Yeah, social platforms have evolved, haven't they? They're no longer just for attracting new eyeballs. They are incredibly powerful tools for reputation management and, crucially, for cultivating brand champions. The blog suggests getting interactive. Share engaging polls, maybe offer quick, useful tips related to your services, or spotlight some behind-the-scenes project work. And this is important. Actively encourage satisfied clients to post user-generated content. Real people sharing real experiences that's far more authentic and believable than any slick ad. Feature client success stories and those positive reviews prominently. You could even think about creating private, maybe Facebook or LinkedIn, groups for your most regular or high-value customers. Give them early access to new services or maybe exclusive Q&A sessions. It's really about creating a sense of belonging and shared value.
Okay, and content marketing is also highlighted. That's often seen primarily as a tool for getting new clients, for SEO. How does it contribute specifically to loyalty with existing clients?
That's a good question because it does both. Content marketing, whether it's helpful blog posts, comprehensive resource sections on your site, or even video tutorials, it doesn't just boost your SEO, though that's great. For your existing clients, it really solidifies your position as a trusted expert and a go-to resource. The blog suggests publishing valuable how-to guides or detailed FAQs that preempt common questions they might have later. Maybe case studies that showcase your expertise in action, offering those behind-the-scenes looks into your process, or sharing maintenance tips and seasonal reminders that are relevant to services they've already bought from you, that keeps your business top of mind. High-quality, genuinely valuable content builds ongoing trust, provides continued value long after the sale, and ensures your business remains their first thought, not just an option.
Right, staying relevant. And then there's the ever-popular Simple Loyalty program. What does the blog say makes one of these truly effective, rather than just feeling like another discount scheme?
yes, the loyalty program. The blog really details the importance of implementing programs that genuinely reward loyal customers with perks they actually want, making it feel less transactional and more like true appreciation. This could involve, say, a point system they can redeem for discounts on future services, or maybe tiered levels that unlock increasingly valuable benefits as they spend more or engage more. You could even add interactive elements, like badges for reaching certain milestones, to make it a bit more fun. But the critical elements the blog stresses are making earning and redemption incredibly easy and totally transparent. No hoops to jump through. Integrating these programs seamlessly into your website, or perhaps a dedicated app, and then consistently reminding customers of their reward status, how close they are to the next perk that's crucial for keeping them engaged. It's all about making them feel seen and genuinely valued for their continued business.
This all sounds very bespoke, very personal. The blog also places a strong emphasis on using data to personalize customer engagement. What kind of data are we talking about here, and how can businesses leverage it ethically and, effectively?
Indeed, personalization without data is really just guesswork, isn't it? Smart CRM customer relationship management tools are pretty essential here. They help businesses collect and, crucially, use customer data responsibly to create those truly tailored experiences we've been talking about. The blog suggests tracking things like past bookings, any stated preferences they've shared, even common requests or pain points mentioned in conversations. This data then allows you to craft communications that really resonate. You can recommend services based on their history or maybe even predict future needs. You can send timely, triggered marketing alerts, perhaps a reminder for a routine service appointment, or a notification about a new offering that aligns perfectly with their past purchases. And importantly, experimenting with different offers and then meticulously analyzing what resonates most with specific customer segments, that's key to refining these strategies over time. It transforms marketing from broad strokes, like a paintbrush, to precise individual connections, more like a fine-tipped pen.
Okay, precision. And finally, the blog really stresses this idea to stay connected after the sale. It emphasizes that it's not over when the project's done or the service is delivered. Why is this post-sale period so critical for building loyalty?
This period is perhaps the most overlooked, yet arguably one of the most vital phases for building that lasting loyalty. The relationship truly doesn't end when the invoice is paid, or at least it shouldn't. It should be an ongoing conversation. The blog advises taking a multi-pronged approach here. Always send personalized thank you messages. Seems simple, but it matters. Proactively request reviews, especially on key platforms like Google, because that significantly impacts your online reputation. Maybe share tips to help clients maximize the value of the service they've just received from you. For subscription clients, obviously, timely reminders about renewals are crucial. And perhaps most importantly, responding promptly and thoughtfully to all customer feedback, whether it's positive or negative, and actively engaging with online reviews shows you're listening and committed. This continuous engagement cultivates a really robust online presence and constantly reinforces their decision to choose you in the first place.
All these strategies sound fantastic, really actionable. But how do businesses actually know if their loyalty efforts are truly working? The blog strongly encourages tracking results. What specific metrics should they be focusing on?
Right, you need to measure. The blog highlights several vital metrics that go beyond just looking at simple repeat purchase rates. It emphasizes monitoring customer lifetime value, often called CLV. That essentially measures the total revenue a business can reasonably expect from a single customer over their entire relationship with you. It's a big picture view. Then there's something called share of wallet. That means evaluating how much of a customer's total spending within your service category actually comes to your business versus competitors. Obviously, tracking how often customers return is fundamental. And keeping a close eye on cancellations and churn rates, people leaving those, are crucial negative indicators. And finally, regularly collecting direct customer feedback through reviews and short, simple surveys is vital, especially using metrics like the Net Promoter Score or NPS. These tools are vital for gaining actionable insights and proactively managing that online reputation we talked about. These aren't just numbers, they really tell the story of your customer relationships.
So this definitely isn't a set it and forget it kind of deal, is it? It sounds much more like a continuous evolving process rather than a one-time fix you implement.
Oh, absolutely. It's a living, breathing strategy, not a static plan. The blog makes it crystal clear that a successful customer loyalty approach is never truly finished. As customer expectations continuously evolve and the market inevitably shifts, businesses must be agile. They need to constantly update their approach. They need to continuously prioritize satisfaction satisfaction, be willing to test new ideas even if some fail, and always strive to keep the entire customer experience smooth, personal, and above all, relevant. Engaging with customers, truly listening to their feedback, the good and the bad, and then acting upon it. That not only dramatically improves your online reviews, it also significantly increases what we call customer equity, the long-term value of your customer base. And that ultimately drives sustained, predictable business growth. It's really a never-ending cycle of improvement and connection.
This blog has given us a truly fantastic framework, a really great overview of how to build that lasting customer loyalty, how to transform occasional clients into those steadfast advocates. To wrap things up, what would you say are the most potent insights, the absolute must-remember takeaways from this discussion for our listeners running service businesses?
Yeah, pulling it all together. If we connect this back to the bigger picture, the blog really distills it down to a few core principles, I think. First, you have to absolutely prioritize customer satisfaction. That means providing exceptional service at every single step, from that very first contact, maybe a website visit, to the final thoughtful follow-up. Second, leverage direct personalized email marketing that truly speaks to individuals, not just at segments. Make it feel personal. Third, foster an active and genuinely helpful community on social media. Make clients feel like they're part of something bigger than just a transaction. And fourth, consistently share content that adds real, tangible value to their lives or their businesses. Be useful.
And it really reinforced the power of those loyalty rewards too, didn't it? Making them feel appreciated.
It certainly did. Implement loyalty reward programs that are crucially intuitive to use and feel genuinely appreciated, not just like another coupon cluttering their inbox. Also, critically, use data and reputation management tools wisely to meticulously personalize your outreach and inform every single aspect of your customer strategy. Always remember to consciously balance your customer acquisition efforts getting new people with an equally robust retention strategy for keeping the ones you have. And finally, never ever overlook the importance of staying connected after the sale to maintain engagement and continue delivering value. Actively encouraging and responding to customer feedback, including those vital Google reviews, is paramount for building social proof and managing that all-important online reputation.
What truly stands out to you most in this blog post, thinking about it all?
For me, it's the continuous, proactive nature of this work. It's not about implementing a plan and then just forgetting about it. It's about constant listening, adapting, and anticipating. This raises an interesting, maybe challenging question for you, the listener, to consider. How might your business consistently anticipate client needs so perfectly that the solution feels like it was always meant to be there, maybe even before the client fully realizes they need it themselves? That's the ultimate goal, isn't it?
That's a great thought to end on. And that brings us to the end of today's exploration into client loyalty. Thank you so much for listening to the Spec Designs podcast. We really hope this discussion helps you transform your occasional customers into loyal, returning fans. If you enjoyed this episode and you want more insights like these, please remember to follow and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. We'll be back soon with another exploration into topics that matter for your business success.